Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I am here today to do my planning for February 12th through the 18th. This is in my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner. It's folded open like this so that it's roughly even on the two sides. But for this week, I'm using this kit from Lovely Planner Blog. I don't remember what it's called, to be honest, but it's this cute Valentine's Day kit that I thought would be fun to use for this week, which I am excited for. You can see whatever it's named down below. I will figure that out eventually. So for this week, I'm planning to mainly use the kit as much as possible. I personally really enjoy that beyond the pink, it's kind of unusual colors for Valentine's Day. It's orange instead of red. There's this blue added. There's lots of brown. So I thought it would be kind of fun to play up on those other colors a little bit. So I pulled out these two washi tapes from Dollar Tree. I think they're both from Dollar Tree. The orange one is like very shiny, and then the blue one has little arrows on it that I thought were cute. No idea if you can actually see the arrows, even if I get really close. But either way, I'm going to use those for headers. I only need 2 headers because these are like Happy Planner size boxes, so they'll cover up the 3rd section. And then in my bottom washi, I have this kind of galaxy stuff. This is really old washi from AliExpress. And then I have this one that has orange and turquoise and hot pink. Not exactly the colors in here, but I felt like it went with the vibes really well. And this one is from, I think, Michael's, also very old. So I'm going to use these for the bottom washi. And then the last thing I needed to add was I pulled out this iBuyM fine liner. This is in kind of like a cobalty blue color. It doesn't exactly match again, but I think it still goes. So I think it's all going to come together okay. I think I might try to use like an all caps that's kind of cutesy, like the little love in here. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I think I'm going to put in all the washi and write in some stuff. Let me pull out my slice tool. I do have a new one coming. I made a print press in order, and there's a slice tool in there. And then my ruler that I have a bunch of random washi scraps on that I'm probably just going to add even more random washi scraps to. Anyway, I'm going to do all that stuff, and then I will come back so we can do the interesting bits. Okay, here's where we're at so far. I think it's looking cute. I enjoy the whimsicalness. This washi tape is kind of crappy, which is to be expected because it's from Dollar Tree and it's older. And, you know, cheap washi tape when it's old doesn't always last great. But it's going to be fine. So my plan for the boxes, I think, is to use this one as my quote box because there's just something about the juice and that I just think is like super cute. I don't know. I got nothing. It doesn't necessarily make sense, but we're going with it. Lining up in the top left corner like usual. There we go. Okay, and then my plan is going to be I have 3 pink ones and 4 brown ones. I'm going to try to like split them up here so that they alternate. So the only time that there's 2 brown ones in a row is this like quote box and then Monday back to back, which I think will be fine. That's not a major concern for me. So I'm going to pull out. I'm just going to try to make them so that similar boxes don't end up next to each other. And that's pretty much the extent of my methodology I am deploying in this case. Find some scissors for this scrappy scrap here. I really should probably get some new scissors because these are very old and kind of sticky. Okay, and then like maybe this one. It's like an I love you kind of box going in here. And then this is definitely an I Love You box. There we go. And our last pink one. I feel like candy and tea feels very on brand for the kind of vibes that I want my Saturdays to have. So glad that lines up. And then the last one is this other one with the ladybug. So we get ladybugs in the quote box, and then also here at the very end of the week, and get some like symmetry in there. Okay, that actually looks pretty cute if I do say so myself. All right, let me move some of these like tools and stuff to the side, out of my way. And now we will go down the two sides separately. So starting with the kind of functional side of things. First off, I do want to put in a meal planning box. So I think I'm going to build my sidebar from the bottom up, because I'm not sure. So I think I could fit in 3 habit trackers. Let's see how that goes. Okay, starting out with an orange one because the meal planning box is orange. So I would like to separate out the orangeness if possible. All right, stick that in. And then I think maybe the pink one. I feel like it's nice to kind of separate out the more intense colors with the pink and the brown. I think that if the whole kit was bright colors, it would not feel very February in its vibes. I mean, I don't strictly need 3 habit trackers. Technically, I don't really need any habit trackers. But I like having 1 to 2, so I certainly can come up with something to fill in on the 3rd one. That's not a big deal. And then I'm gonna stick in the meal planning box right here. And then we can just see this last line. I think that's fine. I'm not gonna stick in any like functional stuff for these guys right now. Because quite frankly, I just didn't pull anything for it, and I don't feel like figuring it out right now. So we're just gonna ignore that. Moving on to the weekdays, I'm gonna pull out these guys. I think actually I want to pull out this sheet of them. So this is a newer sheet. This is like a really old one that I cut in half, as you can tell from the header. But I think the colors are more vibrant in the new one. I think she like revamped the colors. So this is from Creative Cavern Studio. I'm gonna use these guys for work, obviously. I mean, that should be obvious from the fact that I'm pulling them out. They're work related. Anyway, so I'm trying to pull out ones that go with the colors that are in the kit. There's kind of a pink one. All the browns are like darker, but I think I might use like a darker brown. And then, do I want to use this reddy orange? I think I'm actually going to use this salmon colored one. I'm just going to pull those out for the second half of the week now so that I don't have to keep track of these any longer. All right, done. Otherwise on Monday, I currently have nothing planned. I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm just going to not fill anything else in. Tuesday, the only other thing I have, I'm going to pull out my Carlian stickers from the Prairie Planner. I'm going to stick one down at the bottom. As of when I'm filming this, I don't know the schedule yet because it's a new draw. So I expect I'm curling, but I might know last minute. but that's fine. I will fill in the details later. Wednesday is Valentine's Day, which I did not leave a spot to mark in any way. I also didn't really pull out something that would work that well for marking it. Maybe I'm just gonna pull out, all I pulled out was like my work stickers. I don't know why I didn't pull out anything else. That would have been very logical, but did not happen. So maybe I'll use one of these little bows, and I think I can probably still peel this up. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna use one of these bows. These are also from Creative Cavern Studio. I'm just gonna pull out another orange because I feel like that's kind of working. So I'm gonna stick in a bow, and then I'm gonna stick this guy down here for marking work. Ooh, I should actually mark on Monday. I'm a mess today. What can I say? I think I'm gonna use the pencils. These are from Piper Paper Company, which is currently closed. So you can't get these anymore, but I'm still using them because they're cute. So I'm gonna just stick in a pencil for my plan with me. And then while I'm at it, I'm gonna pull out, maybe I'll pull out an orange pencil to use for the second half of the week. I'm like very much not pulling in a lot of pink, which is slightly confusing, but it's fine. Okay, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I think this is pretty much all I know right now in terms of what's happening. Moving on to the second half of the week. Stick down 2 more days of work. Stick on Friday this guy for whatever my video is. Maybe March kits. I don't know. We'll see. You'll know before this video is up, actually. And then Sunday night we have curling. And the only other thing I do want to pull out is we do get a weekend banner. With this kit. And my plan is to actually stick the weekend banner kind of below the washi tape on the weekend. All right, I think that turned out super cute. Okay, here's where we are for our pre-planning, and I think it's looking really good. Not the most traditional for a Valentine's week, but I am enjoying it and I really like it. So stick around for just a second and you can see the finished spread. All right, here is the finished spread. I will do a little wiggle and a twerk since the top washi is at least kind of shiny, even though it doesn't have foil per se. If I don't mention it, it did come from the kit. I do still have a decent amount of leftovers. I finally sorted my leftovers this past weekend, and I have a lot going on. So hopefully I remember to use them. This pen along the top is from Amazon. It's an I by M fine liner. This washi as well as this one are both from Dollar Tree, and the bottom washi, the top one is from Michaels and the bottom one is from AliExpress. Going down the side, the only thing not from the kit is this little Instagram icon. This is from Piper Paper Company. She's now called Jessica Erin Designs. I don't think she's currently open in that capacity either, but hopefully we'll be back. All these little flat lays are from Creative Cavern Studio. This little pencil and the one that's on this page are also from Piper Paper Company / Jessica Erin Designs. This is another Creative Cavern Studio, and these curling icons are from the Prairie Planner. And then looking over here, this flag, as well as this guy and this guy are from my leftovers. I'm not 100% sure where they all came from at this point. But I just had bits and pieces in the leftovers, and so I'm trying to use some things up, and hopefully I will be getting better at that as we go forward. But anyway, I think that's all I have for today. As always, please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. Let me know how your week went down below, or if you don't have anything to say, leave me some sort of candy emoji. There's a lot of candy in this kit. And then follow me on Instagram at Creative Life of Liz. You can see in progress and finished spreads. I try to tag all the shops as best that I can, leftovers notwithstanding sometimes, as well as show you bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye. bye.